The report said no safety device.
Yeah.
I bet our neighbors are saying, somebody go feed them chickens.
The flight was okay.
You're right.
It was a touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
His gear wasn't there.
His landing gear was definitely not down.
No.
You remember that time we were coming back from Alley Springs and your dad was in the wheelchair and he got pulled over by a cop?
Oh yeah.
He was speeding in the wheelchair?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, we were over at Alley Springs. You know where Alley Springs is?
Yep.
The mill.
Yep.
Well, we were over there by the mill down in the pavilion, and Paul was playing different ones. And when we got
Yeah,
done,
the sound didn't carry over there at all.
yeah,
We decided to switch places playing music.
Yep.
when we got
And
done,
he didn't want to
time
load that
was it when you
scooter
got
up.
I,
1:30.
I said, here, let me get the scooter. Or well, he said, I'm not going to load the scooter. I'll
Follow
just,
me.
follow me. I said, no.
Like my drink.
I said, no.
he had
I'm
a drink.
going to load it up in the truck. He goes, no, don't bother with that. It's too much hassle right now. It's dark, and you don't worry about it. I'll just drive. I
So
said,
Jason was inconspicuous
It's
with
just
his
across
flashes.
the
well, that's what he said. He goes, it's just across the bridge. I'll be fine.
It's a quarter of a mile on a state highway.
I'm thinking to myself, man, this is a stupid idea, but all right, I'll
I'm
go
with you,
along
Dad.
with it. But you know what? As soon as we got on the road, and I realized, I looked down at the speedometer, and it wasn't even coming off of the pin. I was like, man, we're
was
going
zero.
really slow. And I was thinking, as we're going creeping along across this bridge, I'm thinking, my goodness, I hope somebody doesn't come along,
Trailer with a load of
And I was really getting nervous.
They start
So
early in the morning.
we get across the bridge, and as we turn to go down into the campground, as soon as we do, man, all these lights come on behind me. And there was about 6 Rangers with their truck. I mean, they were all lit up.
One
and
pulled
they-
around him and flipped open his door so he couldn't get around.
Yeah,
That's right.
Whoa!
You gotta find it.
and the whole time that he's riding in that power chair, he's got a glass of whiskey in his hand too. So he's going along,
So
And-
how did you talk your way out of that?
and they didn't ask me anything.
I think you were up there talking.
But-
You were talking.
But
Oh, it's my dad. What can you say?
well,
Why you let your dad
They-
go down the state highway?
they said to me, they said, hey, it's not a good idea to let him be out there doing that. Next time you
Like
guys,
you're gonna tell Lloyd.
and I said, well, I kind of told him that it wasn't a good idea, but he didn't want to
He
listen.
also said, they do all the time at the Lowe's. You're not in the Lowe's, sir.
Yeah. Man, it was crazy. They all,
And then your mom says,
Yeah.
your
Don't
mom
say
says,
anything.
don't say anything to Lloyd, he'll have a flashback.
yeah.
So we were very reserved.
Oh yeah. We waited till he got parked next to the campfire.
Did he get DWI?
No. I thought they were going to take him away the way they pulled him over.
Put him
I
in a
mean,
straight jacket.
there was lights going everywhere.
It was like a circus.
I live in the middle of nowhere.
I'm just glad I
It is a boat.
You know what?
That's funny.
I did run. I was
I
at the
never
campsite.
cared to understand why this bunch
Yeah, there was
always
nobody
got in
left.
trouble in campgrounds.
That's
Always,
it.
huh?
Peter,
Always.
That's exactly right.
Don't say anything, he'll have flashbacks. Of what? Being pulled over in a wheelchair? At a campsite?
That's like going right
What's happened?
Asking on the fire. Don't say anything, everybody says something. I've been better off not saying anything.
So we started off with, how was it in Vietnam, Lloyd? Was it this bad?
Well, that was
About
like
when you fought the devil naked. Was it this bad?
that was like when Dad started poking around at Bill Stadler, talking about how short he was and how he probably was real good at getting in them foxholes with that flamethrower. And he kept poking and poking at that until Bill finally just told him, he says, "Oh, enough already. I can't." He basically told him to shut up. And Dad realized. He told me. He said he realized, and that was one time he would stop poking at somebody because Bill just could not handle it. He was gonna snap off on him.
They're probably bringing bad memories up.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably.
Well, Dad didn't know that he actually really did use a flamethrower. He was just joking with them, and found out later that he did really use a flamethrower, and he
He's
did.
cooking hot dogs.
He saw a lot of stuff, and so when Dad was poking at him, he brought back all the memory.
Your dad was a flamethrower?
No,
No,
He was
he's
a
live wire.
he was a.
Gordon and Bailey.
Sometimes he was a flamer, but not a flamethrower.
We're always trying new recipes, and Lloyd, God love him, drove us. Remember the chicken paprikash? Jim Braden lost it. Chicken paprikash. And you couldn't just cook the chicken. You had to simmer it in the paprikash, which we didn't have oven space to do.
What's a paprikash?
Yeah, I know you
It
were.
was a disaster.
Noodles?
No, what I like is the seasoning.
It's funny to think back and like be like,
That
what?
You know, I can tell your voice has changed.
that Rachel's potato
That's how Jody
salad.
got married.
It's getting deeper.
Rachel's potato salad was altered several different times, but it still remained Rachel's potato salad.
But you
Well,
know,
her grill seasoning saved it.
Her grill seasoning.
and also
Who's
growing
Rachel?
up, too.
Right there.
Oh, you're Rachel?
Yeah, his sister.
How many times you changed it?
He gave my name to he let me keep the potato salad recipe or whatever. And then he took my brother's grill seasoning and called it his own grill seasoning and didn't give my brother any credit. My brother's, pretty upset about that all these years. He gave me credit for the potato salad, but not him credit for the grill seasoning.
Yeah. Well, one thing he did, he says, well, I added more salt. I said, well, nobody likes all that extra salt anyway. They all say too much salt in it. So they like my seasoning better anyway. Well, it's still not the same recipe because I added more salt. I said, well, you didn't alter Rachel's recipe? Well, that's a different story.
Lloyd, what did he put in? Paprika. So Jim puts it in the recipe. Don't put that in there. He said, well, it says it right here. He said, I put that in to remind me not to put it in there.
Do not add, Liz.
That was in the salad dressing, wasn't it? Yep. Well, he used to make it with paprika. And then he stopped using paprika in it.
I think I was like probably 1 or 2, whenever all, like, or 5, I don't know. Whenever all, like, this happened.
Pretty young.
Yeah, I was probably like 6.